Hi there, greetings, and thanks for tuning in to the Minka Love TV. I'm really appreciative, and it's such a wonderful honor to have you guys join me. So, one of the first topics I want to discuss, and that's because it's been a request from a lot of you guys, is about open pores. So, I just want to talk about that topic based from my perspective and my point of view. Now, this has nothing to do with FDA or anything that's medically approved. This is just my experience from someone who has been working, with cosmetics and with, beauty and skin for a while. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you, if you really want to permanently get rid of your open pores, is that you have to drink 3 liters of liquid daily. Now, when I say liquid, I'm talking about water, I'm talking about coconut water, and I'm talking about juices. Okay, natural juices that are preferably unsweetened, and preferably made homemade. And so when you are getting in your juices, your water, at least 3 liters for women and a gallon for men, yes, you is that much. And you cannot, it's when people say you drink too much water, you have to be careful about that because I'm not recommending anybody to drink pipe water or tap water either. I'm hoping that you guys are drinking bottled or distilled water or filtered water, okay? So you definitely have to be hydrating from within, and also good fats are very important. Now, we get good fats from things like flaxseed. I prefer to use grounded flaxseed compared to the oil, and also things like hemp seeds, things like pumpkin seeds, things like wheat germ oil, coconut oil, olive oil. We do get good fats from all of those things. And listen, you do need fats to survive, okay? So, but the key is to get in good fats, right? And, foods like avocado also have good fats as well. So you really do want to get your good fats in, because that is just going to really hydrate your skin and make your skin look very plump. Now, externally, I've been taught, or I've heard that why people have open pores is that right there where the pores are usually extra oily, and it's the extra oil that is being produced that makes the pore, open and look wider. And personally, for me, I don't know if that is true, because I noticed that right there where I usually have that problem is usually very, very, very dry. So my take is just that once the skin is not hydrated properly, it's not going to have that plump look. So basically, as I was saying before, it is just very important to hydrate from within and get your good fats from within, and also, hydrate on the outside. And so basically, what, of course, I make my own products. And when I make my cleansers and my toners, I do put things in them like glycerin and lecithin that actually hydrates your skin and does not leave your skin dry at all. So when I wake up in the mornings, depending on how consistent I am, and yes, you have to be so consistent, because it takes so long to build a building up, and then it takes like a second to demolish it. So you really have to be consistent. 2 days ago I looked like crap, okay, because I wasn't drinking any water, because I was just, I kind of fell off my schedule a little bit. So you really want to be consistent, and once I am being consistent, and I wake in the mornings and I go and I wash my face. When I wash my face, I immediately see the pores start closing up. By the time I wash my face, I use my toner, the pores have gotten really small. By the time I put my serum in, and all of it just get closed up, and I could put my moisturizer on and go through the day, with basically very smooth silky skin. And also, a lot of mistake that I've heard, well, I shouldn't say it's a mistake, because it was a mistake for me. It doesn't have to be a mistake for somebody else. I'm just explaining from my point of view. because I've heard that, you try to not put oil on your face or oily products on your face because you don't want them to open up your pores. I kind of fell for that. So I would use my serum and not hydrate. And then I noticed that that wasn't working out for me at all. So now I make sure that I hydrate. And when I hydrate, my skin just close right up. My pores close right up. I mean, my skin plumps right up. You understand what I'm saying? And when I do follow a regime, like when like in the nights when I do, because like for example my serums have a lot of glycerine and aloe vera and fruit extracts that just really, so for example, vitamin C serums are the craze. So I don't really use things that have been made in a lab per se. So I would more use fruit extracts that are high in vitamin C, or herbal extracts that are vitamin high in vitamin C in my serums. And what that does is really brightens your skin and tones your skin. And not only are you getting the vitamin C, but you're getting also the other antioxidants and other products that are in that particular plant or fruits. And it's just all natural, stuff. So it's very important to feed your face properly and also feed your body properly if you want skin that looks nice, and skin that looks good. So I was saying it was a mistake because I do hear a lot of people are afraid to put oily products on their face because they're afraid that it might clog their pores. I don't have that issue at all. It doesn't clog my pores. What it actually does, it seals it up and makes it look very plump and nice. And I'm talking about natural oils. I don't put anything on my face that could not be, practically eaten. Now, the products, when I say that they're basically edible, they have not been approved to be eaten, but they're so natural because, I really try to use all natural stuff and no chemicals and things like that in my products, so that's basically why I say that, like, they're so safe. So I use nothing on my skin that is not really, I wouldn't think is safe and authentic. So when I put oils on my face, it's usually my moisturizer that I've made, which is just basically a combination of different nut butters, mango, avocado, hemp, cocoa butter, shea butter. So I use a combination of these, and then maybe like I add my own little whatever, to it. All natural, of course, but it depends on, if it's a day moisturizer, if it's a night moisturizer. So it's just all natural. And if I maybe run out of my moisturizer, I love to use wheat germ oil on my face because wheat germ oil has a lot of vitamin E and it's very good for the skin. So I like to use it on the inside and on the outside as well. So yeah, there you have it. And I tend to use a lot of rosehip oil in my face. I really don't really like to use essential oils on my face too much. Even the other day, one of those big established dermatologist people, or is an aesthetician, or whatever title she has, she was like, "Oh, you should make your cosmetic line more essential oil based instead of food based." But essential oils tend to be, aggravating to people with sensitive skin, and even people with acne. It's not, you're not encouraged to use those products. My products is just basically like rubbing cucumber on your face, or rubbing watermelon in your face, or rubbing some papaya on your face, because that is what I've basically done, is taken the dried papaya, and in powder form or in extract form, and basically added it to whatever cleanser or toner or so it's very all natural. And I really love the fact that the cosmetic line is food based, because basically you're feeding your skin from without, just like how you feed your body from within. Okay, so Thanks again for tuning in. I'm getting very excited about sharing all this knowledge. I really do hope it resonates with, people. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Of course, as I said before, everyone is different. Everybody body is different. I'm not saying you should, disregard what your dermatologist or your esthetician is telling you. I'm just basically saying from my point of view. And as a herbalist, we look at the body in a holistic form. We do not look at the body separately. We do not separate the body, because based on my studies, and this is my opinion now, when I really, try to research the whole oily skin and dry skin and combination skin thing, when I really think about it, oily skin comes from your skin and your body being extra dry. So the body has to work harder to produce oil, and then you get all these extra oil. Again, as I said, this is my opinion now. Now, if you start hydrating from within, and if you start taking in your water and your good fats, you're going to see that your skin just balances out. I'm telling you. And that is basically approaching it from a herbalist point of view, a vitalist point of view, basically taking it from a holistic point, instead of just separating your skin from your body. You understand what I'm saying? Well, I hope you do. So if you don't understand, please feel free to ask questions. And of course, as I said before, this is just from my perspective. It's not FDA approved, it's not scientifically approved. It's just from Minka's perspective and my experience with my skin, and how I've been, getting the results I've been getting, because that's been a lot of questions from people. Oh, Minka, your skin looks so good, your skin looks so fabulous, what have you been doing? So I hope that answers your questions, because I made the mistake of, when I started using my serum makes your face look so fabulous, I wasn't hydrating, and so my skin wasn't looking as plump as I wanted to look after a while. So it's a combination of different products that will eventually get this result. We use cleansers to clean, the pores, and also scrubs to exfoliate. I love to use loofah on my face. I purchased one of those cleansing brushes the other day. I do think they're overrated. Loofah gives me does a much better job for me. So I do use loofah as an exfoliator, maybe like 2 or 3 times a week. And then I, use a toner, and then you use the serum, and then you moisturize. So you make sure that your skin is getting the proper hydration and the proper nutrients that it needs, and that is what is going to make it look plump and young and nice and fresh. I'm telling you. So don't be afraid to experiment, and you have to be consistent. You can't be trying a whole bag of things and you're not going to know which one is working. If you're going to be trying something all over the counter at some pharmacy, stick to that and see if that works for you. Don't be trying that and then trying this over here and then trying that over there. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be consistent, and then over and give the product some time to work, and then you will see over time. And as I said before, people will get the different results based on how they're eating or how they're feeding their body from within as well. Okay, so that's just my 2 bits. I know this is a long video, but thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned. Like, subscribe, and make sure that you just ask whatever question you want to ask, whatever question you want answered. And if you really don't understand anything that I'm saying, don't feel shy, don't feel like an idiot, don't feel like I'm gonna look at you stupidly. Please just make sure that you know this is all about sharing knowledge. This channel is all about empowerment and empowering others. Okay, so thank you so much again, and blessings and love and lights to each and every one of you and your families. Love.